Hey, what's up?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Having a good day so far?
Yeah, just finishing training now.
Yeah, that's good. So, what have you been doing with training?
I guess these last couple weeks has been a little bit all over the place right now. My main training partner, Jose Torres, he just fought yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's been gone for a week, and my coach, Dean Thomas, has been gone with Tyron Woodley, and then gone. He's now in Fight Island. So I've just been all over the place, traveling to different gyms, working by myself a lot, just trying to get ready for, I believe I'm 3.5 weeks out now. So we're getting there.
Yeah, because obviously before you were trying to keep it just you, Dean Thomas, and Josie. So that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to keep, we had a small group that we worked with before, and yeah, I guess it becomes a little bit complicated when you end up fighting at the same time, and just different things going on. Like Dean's with Dana White right now, for Dana White's looking for a fight, so it definitely makes it challenging, but no matter what, Dean knows that we're ready for anything, so I'll be ready when the date comes.
Mm-hmm. And when are you heading out to Fight Island?
I'll actually be heading out on the 30th. So because Dean's already out there, so he's not going to be able to fly back. So I'll just be meeting him out there, and I'll have a good 17 days out there before I fight.
That'd be good for you to get used to everything out there, like the time and then the heat and everything like that.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about that. And sorry, I just started doing cutting the grass. Getting noisy out here.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm super excited because we'll have a lot of time to adjust, and especially with the time change, I know it's going to be weird. So, it'll be nice to be able to be out there a little bit early.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be good as well because you'll be able to not focus on the fight so much a bit before and be able to do some of the other things.
Yes and no. No matter what, the fight's my main focus, and that's all I really think about. So it'll be cool to see the things out there, but I got to think about Poliana coming up.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep a mind on that. So what have you been doing in your training? Because from what I've seen in your like Instagram videos and stuff like that, you've been working a lot on your striking.
Well, yeah, I feel like I've become all-around different fighter, just a better mixed martial artist in general, since I've had so much attention from Dean these last couple months. And Dean's always said he doesn't prepare the path for the fighter, he prepares the fighter for the path. So I'm ready for anything that comes my way.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, you're fighting Poliana at UFC Fight Island. And what do you think of her as a fighter?
I feel like she definitely has power. She's TKO'd some girls with it. It's mostly that front body kick that I feel like she does damage with. And but she hasn't necessarily fought high caliber of girls. And any of the girls that she has fought that are like Cynthia Cabello, she fought, and that was a first round rear naked choke, which I think is going to be fairly similar to how mine's going to go. I'm just hoping to beat Cynthia's record. You know, she finished at like 4 minutes and something. I want to get it under that. But yeah, the other girls that she's won against in the UFC have losing records in the UFC, or they've been cut already. So I'm not necessarily impressed by a lot of her previous fights.
Yeah. And obviously you fought Cynthia as well. So I think you lost to her. I can't remember what it was by, but is that is that a matchup you eventually would want to get back in the UFC? Because obviously she's ranked highly as well.
Oh, 100%. Whenever I fought her, I actually ended up taking a fight on 5 days' notice. Her opponent pulled out, and I flew across the country to California, and ended up just like cutting. I think we ended up taking it at 120 because I couldn't make 115 at the time. It was too close, 5 days. So we ended up fighting at 120. I cut I think like 10 pounds to get there, and we ended up fighting to a decision. It was definitely a decisive victory for her, but like I said, it's the 5 days notice that gets to me. I'm like, if I would have had more time, I feel like that fight would have been different. I definitely feel like I could give her problems now, and that's definitely a matchup I'm looking for in the future.
Yeah, and obviously the last time we spoke, it was made a big thing of like you weren't ranked, and like you thought you should be ranked and have a number next to your name, and now you actually are ranked. You're number 15 now.
Yeah, no, that's super exciting to be ranked, but I'm just looking for a ranked opponent now. I'm trying to get in the cage with girls that have that number next to their name and just keep on moving up.
Yeah, and obviously in this fight, what would you say like is your prediction? Like, would you say a first round rear naked choke?
Oh, 100%. That's everybody knows that's my go-to, and I'm just trying to get there as fast as possible. So, like I said, I'm trying to beat Cynthia, and maybe we'll get that fight after this.
Yeah, yeah. So more throat cuddles to come then.
100%.
So after you get this win and then moving on, how would you like look at the division in front, the rankings in front of you? Is there anyone that like any name that springs out to you?
There was a girl, she was actually offered to me about a month ago, but it was kind of short notice. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks notice. So she said no, I said yes. But Antonina Shevchenko, I would love to be matched up with. I believe she's ranked 12 or 13 right now, but I'm just trying to move up. I just want to get up there. So really anyone who's above me, I'm interested in.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously we've had in MMA recently, I think over the past few months, there's been a few people that have actually tested positive for having marijuana in their system or too much over the limit. What do you think of all that? Because I think a few of the fighters were actually coming in on late notice. So they were coming on like a week's notice, and then, you know.
I was going to say, I know Tim Elliott did, and that's I feel like there should be a little bit of leeway in a situation like that. Tim Elliott came in on, I think, on like a week's notice or less. So I think that situation maybe needs to be adjusted, but other ones, like a lot of the fighters are saying they stopped a month out and then they still tested positive in Vegas. So I'm like, you guys are lying. I'm like, there's no way. So yeah, I feel like a lot of fighters, like, you just have to be smart about it. You know, if like these fighters, they have to be smoking fight week. That's the only way that I see that this is possible, that it's like testing positive. But I, like you said, with fighters like that it's coming on short notice, I feel like there should be a little bit of leeway in that.
Yeah, there definitely should be. And when do you normally stop before you are going to have a fight? When you have to, or do you like to stop before?
I usually, honestly, like I'll smoke all through my camp. Usually I cut it down to like oils and vapes, you know, so I'm not actually smoking. I'm keeping my cardio good, keeping it on point. And on it, I've stopped the like week before a fight and been fine. So that's why I'm like, I know these guys have to be smoking fight week, because I've definitely pushed my limits, I feel like.
Yeah, it's definitely weird sometimes. But they need to have a bit of leeway. If you're doing them a favour by having a fight on short notice, then they need to sort of, because it's not so much a enhancing drug, is it? It's more recovery and everything like that. Because I can't see how if you smoke all week prior to a fight, that's going to enhance your fight.
No, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I honestly don't understand it at all, because like even the recovery part of the marijuana plant is the CBD part, and we're allowed to have CBD in our system in competition. So it's like we're allowed to have the medical part actually in our system. We're not allowed to have the THC part. So it really doesn't make sense to me at all, the rule in general.
I know, it is a bit weird. And just had to touch on this before I let you go about my mate Brittany made a poster for you, and your mum's actually put it up in her house.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely an awesome picture. And then my mom, and she was just looking for more canvas paintings to put in her house, so she had it printed up and just sent me a picture of it. It was, yeah, I absolutely love it, and so does she.
No, that's really cool. That is really cool. He does amazing work, Brittany. So I've just got a few Instagram questions for you now, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
So someone's asked, what's your favourite strain?
I get honestly probably Mandarin Dream. I love it. Any like citrusy, any like lemon or mandarin kind of strains.
Mm-hmm. And why do you dye your hair red all the time? And would you do it a different colour?
I have no idea why I started dyeing it red, and I just kind of kept with it. And I don't know if I'd do it a different color. I like the red, but this is really the only time I've ever dyed my hair. Like I went from my natural brown hair straight to red, and I have no idea why.
I think you should try purple. That would look good.
I was honestly considering that about a year ago, but I ended up, yeah, it's a big move. I'm not sure about it.
Your favourite emoji?
Probably the upside down smiley face.
Why the upside down one? Just to be different. I just feel like,
yeah, it's awkward, and so am I.
And will you ever finish a fight with a different submission than a rear naked choke?
Maybe one day. I'm just, like, the rear naked choke, honestly, it comes so naturally to me that, like, I don't even look for it. It's just there for me every time so yeah, I'm looking for other submissions, but they just give it up too easy.
Yeah, I think it's like because you're such a good grappler, they eventually end up in that position where they give it up to you anyway.
Oh yeah, and girls try to get up in MMA all the time, so they're trying to stand up. They're thinking about standing up instead of thinking about protecting their neck.
Yeah, definitely. What's it like for you to like step out into the cage knowing that you've got, like, maybe not so much now with the fans not being there, but how is it like knowing that you're being watched on the TV by thousands of people and stuff like that?
Without the fans, honestly, it's very relaxing. Like there's so much less stress on you because I don't know, just the atmosphere is 100% different when you're going out in front of a crowd. Like, I know I'm not the most social person. I'm not the most outgoing person, and this is really, like, it's a big thing for me to go out and perform in front of thousands of people. And I remember my very last amateur fight, I was like puking before the fight because I was just getting so anxious. And it's like, you still, no matter what, at the end of the day, you have to convince yourself, like, I got to go do this. Like, you don't have another option. You have to make that walk. But once you get out there, like, there's nothing like being in the cage. It's a different world in there. And it's just, it just takes you over, you know. You don't even your body just does what it needs to do, and you don't even have to think. Do
you feel better without the fans there then?
It's definitely it's easier to think, and there's not as many distractions.
Okay, yeah. And can I just get some predictions on some upcoming fights?
Of course.
Yeah. So Adesanya versus Costa.
Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm a huge Adesanya fan, but I'm leaning towards Costa on this one. I feel like he might pull it off.
Yeah. It's so hard to choose between this fight because I keep saying Adesanya for these reasons, and then I see something about Costa, and then it's Costa for these reasons. It's so difficult with that one. Oh
yeah, this is gonna be a close matchup, but an exciting one.
Yeah, definitely. And then Dominic Reyes against Jan.
I haven't watched too much of Jan, but I know Dominic's a killer, and he brought John Jones to a close decision, so I'm gonna have to go with Dom.
Yeah. And then Khabib versus Justin.
I've been saying it since, like, for a while now. I feel like Justin's gonna be Khabib's kryptonite. Like, he's the answer to Khabib, and he's such a good wrestler, and he's lethal on the feet, and he's going in there to fight to the death, literally. Like, I feel like Justin would be 100% content, like, dying in the cage. Like, he just settles, like, he has his mindset like that, and that's what makes him so lethal. It makes him such a killer because he really doesn't care. He's putting it all on the line in there. And yeah, I feel like Justin is gonna be the answer to Khabib.
And then Kamaru Usman against Gilbert Burns.
I gotta go with the jiu-jitsu guy. I want to go with Gilbert. I feel like he's got the hands and he's got the slick jiu-jitsu, and obviously Kamaru has hands, and wrestling's a dominating sport, but you get caught a lot of times wrestling, so yeah, I gotta go with Gilbert. He's a finisher.
Yeah. And that's it for me, unless you've got anything you want to say.
No, that's it. Just follow me at savage_UFC on Twitter and Instagram. Watch me fight October 17th.
All right, thank you for coming on and giving me your time. I wish you the best of luck in your fight, and I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
You too.